going on, everyone? It's Alex here, and I'm going a little bit different today. Actually, been really worked up today for a couple different reasons, and the reason is I'm sure you ladies will like this video, but don't think you're scotch-free from this one. Pretty much what I'm thinking about is that there's no real men anymore in this world, and it's sad that there's no masculine energy that's portrayed with any men or any role models for men these days, and the things that they go through in life. There's no men. The way I feel is that there are a bunch of boys parading around like they're men. And you know what? What's sad about that is that we need there to be a masculine energy, and we need there to be a feminine energy as well. And actually, the real thing between a good masculine energy is that he possesses feminine energy as well. He knows how to accept it. So what I mean by that is, well, first off, men watch soap operas all the time. You know what soap operas are for men? They're sports. Sports, men watch sports like no other. It controls their lives. They literally talk about it every day with everyone that they're around. Like women talk about, so, oh, did you watch, Save the whatever that is, Children, or Dawson's Creek, or General Hospital, or any of those. And literally men watch sports, and I get that the men out there are going to say, well, it's totally different than a soap opera, but it's not. They're the same concepts, just different contexts behind it. So women are more derived around emotion, nurturing, the motherly role in life. Men are more revolved around the warrior, the strength, the wars. So you have women watching emotional-based shows, and you have men watching literally battles, sports, two teams going against it, top warriors, MVPs. It's the same thing. So if you don't get it, figure it out and awake to the idea that your attention span is being manipulated by sports. Are you paying attention to the news? Are you reading the newspaper? Are you researching what's in your food? Are you paying attention to politics? Do you even vote? Do you even care about what's going on in your neighborhood around you? Do you care about the taxes that you pay? Do you care about the wars that we're in? No, you don't. Why? Because you're watching sports all the time. And this pisses me off. Why? Because it takes so much of your attention, and it derives it towards something that does nothing for you. What does sports do in your life? Does it give you a raise at work? Does it make you raise your family better? Does it give you support? No, it doesn't. It doesn't do anything for you. Stop watching it. If you play it, great. That's a physical activity. And I don't totally dislike sports, because I used to play some sports. I like playing sports with friends. I like doing things like that, but that's the physical activity of it. Now what you have is big media is portraying sports as this huge thing. You're doing drafts. Recently everyone just did their fantasy draft. Waste of time. What's it matter? Great. If you're going to be an announcer at a game or something, that's great. But still, let me ask you this. What did they do back in the Roman days? They had the Colosseum, and what they did is they had gladiators fight against lions and tigers and other gladiators, and they fought. Why? Because it took the attention off the shitty democracy that they had going on. It took their minds off the problems that they had. So what do? They push sports more on people to take their attention away from actually the important things that matter in life. It's brainwashing you. And everyone talks about sports. I had a guy come up to me at a bar one time, and I'm just chilling there, and I had a Cubs hat on or something. And the guy's like, oh, dude, you're a Cubs fan? He goes, dude, you're gay. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like with my buddy, and I'm just like, sorry about that. I had to go take care of some business. Anyways, the guy came up to me at the bar, asked me if I was a Cubs fan or not, and I said yeah, and he told me I was gay, and I was just like, okay, man. He's like, dude, I should beat your ass for being a Cubs fan. I'm just like, all right, man. I'm like, I guess I'm gay then for being a Cubs fan. I'm not a violent person. I don't initiate violence. I'm just like, dude, whatever, man. You got issues yourself. That's your problem. Please don't bring them on me. So pretty much I kind of just was like, okay, like, told him, I'm like, dude, yeah, bro, I'm a big gay. I'm like, don't really care, man. You can tell me whatever you want. Who cares? I don't take offense to it. So that's flexing your masculine energy. You don't need to get pissed off. Oh, you call me gay? Like, people get like that, man. It's screwed up, man. People just resort to violence so quickly. And that's not how men are supposed to be. We're supposed to be subtle. We're supposed to think with rationality. So actually what I have here is the King, Magician, Warrior, Lover. It talks about archetypes if you ever want to look into it. But there's always a King, Magician, Warrior, Lover. And the King is kind of the representation of the Magician, the Warrior, and the Lover all in one. And I'm going to read you a little passage from this just to show you men out there what an actual man is. And I think this portrays it very well. The King archetype, and this is the masculine, the full potential of the masculine energy. The King archetype in its fullness possesses the qualities of order and reasonable and rational patterning, of integration and integrity in the masculine psyche. It stabilizes chaotic emotion and out-of-control behaviors. It gives stability and centeredness. It brings calm. And its fertilizing and centeredness, it meditates vitality, life force, and joy. It brings maintenance and balance. It defends our sense of inner order, our own integrity and being, and of purpose, and of our own central cognizance about who we are, and our essential unassailability and certainty in our masculine identity. It looks upon the world with a firm but kindly eye. It sees others in their weaknesses and in all their talent and worth. It honors them and promotes them. It guides them and nurtures them towards their own fullness of being. It is not envious because it is secure as the King in its own worth. It rewards and encourages creativity in all of us. Its essential incorporation of the expression of the warrior represents aggressive might and when it is needed. And it discerns the magical aspect and acts out of deep knowingness. It delights in us and in others, its lover aspect, and shows this delight through words of authentic praise and concrete action that enhances our lives. This is the energy that expresses itself through you when you are able to keep cool when everyone else in the meeting is losing theirs. This is the voice of calm and reassurance and encouraging word in time of chaos and struggle. This is the clear decision after careful deliberation that cuts through the mess in the family, at work, in the nation, and the world. This is the energy that seeks peace and stability, orderly growth and nurturing for all people. And not only for all people, but the environment and the natural world. The King cares for the whole realm and the steward of nature as well as the human society. This is the energy manifested in ancient myths of the shepherd of his people, the gardener, the husbandman of the plants and the animals in the kingdom. This is the voice that affirms clearly and calmly and with authority for the human rights of all. This is the energy that minimizes punishment and maximizes praise. This is the voice from the center, the primeval hill within every man. So the masculine energy of men is balanced between the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang. You don't have one without the other. So please, men, get your head out of your asses and start acting like a man. Because without being a man, all we are is parading around as boys. And guess what? Boys are pretty immature. And I'm not going to lie. And I know a lot of friends of mine that are very, very immature. And they like to call themselves men. And I'm not saying anything against you. I'm a man myself. And I like to say every day I try to become a stronger and stronger version of my masculine energy. So I try to balance out my life. And yes, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes, my ego gets the best of me. But really what it's about is killing your ego. Okay? You don't need to always fight. Use your words. Because words will go a lot farther in life than a fist. Because with your words, you can influence people. You can motivate people. You can inspire people with your words. And as long as it's coming from a true, deep feeling in you, the true nature of you, the truth within, then nothing bad will happen. You always have followers. As long as you're being truthful. No matter what you do, stop being fake. Be real. And you'll find that a lot of people hate you. But a lot of people love you too. And it'll balance out. And you'll have a tribe. You'll have a following. And the people that hate you, they only probably hate you because they know you're right. It's like whenever you shoot an arrow, right? And the arrow hits. It's like saying a comment. So when I shoot out this comment arrow, and it's like, you know, people who, you know, watch sports are, you know, hypnotized by big media saying sports are good. And you get some people that get all pissed off and everything. And they're like, oh, well, what do you mean? Well, you know what? Those people are probably really into sports. And they probably know what you're telling them is true, that the sports affect nothing in their life. And I'm not just saying sports. But nobody pays attention anymore to what's going on around them. So wake the fuck up, people, and stop being idiots. Please. And I don't mean to be mean when I say that. But you bring it upon yourself. When everything happens in this nation that you don't like, stand up for it instead of sitting there. Because your freedom is not given to you. It's fought for. Our founding fathers fought for our freedoms. If we went the easy route every time, we'd still be paying Britain taxes. So if you want to give up your freedom for easy living, then do it on someone else's watch. Peace out and wake the fuck up.